Hey everybody, good to see all of you and welcome to this special episode of Steven's Week, an update on marketing technology and retail, especially for you guys. I had the pleasure to speak a lot at the Fuelday. Now we're transforming into the Fuelday for retail, and I'm really excited that I can make this video for you. Welcome to this episode. One of the hotshots of Amazon stated that they should get into the petrol business. And this is of course linked with their very successful retail concept called Amazon Go. I talked about that in previous presentations. It's a system that you walk in the store, you take what you want and you walk out, and there's no checkout, no line, no waiting, nothing. And this concept of Amazon is now rolling out throughout the US. It is already the second most lucrative retail concept in the world. The Apple Store is #1, but the Amazon Go stores are #2, and they are planning to open up 3,000 of them in the next 3 years, so one a day basically. And they're looking at places where people do convenient shopping, and airports are obviously one, city centers, but they're also looking at gas stations. I personally cannot wait for that I can just stop with my car, take some gas, walk in, take a bottle of water, go back to my car, and I don't have to wait in line forever. I think this would be a huge opportunity for petrol stations where you could just make it so easy for people to buy stuff from you that it's an offer they cannot refuse. Toy stores around the world are suffering. We had the bankruptcy of Intertoys in the Netherlands. We had Toys R Us in the US. And what's really interesting is that there's now this Portuguese group that is doing acquisitions of these companies that went belly up. And it's a company called Green Swan. It's a company from Portugal. And basically it's a software company. And you could wonder why in God's name would a software company actually buy toy stores? Well, apparently they see possibilities in the entertainment and toy industry. They want to, create new retail concepts. They're thinking about renting out spaces. They're thinking about building escape rooms in there and maybe using some of the toys as exhibits. Maybe they're going to reinvent the toy store experience completely. Obviously, there's room for e-commerce and stuff like that. But I thought it was really, really intriguing that a software company is going into retail. Shell is starting to use artificial intelligence, and they're using it both in the back office and in the front office. In the back office, they're using it to optimize the cost infrastructure about, their drilling for oil, but they're also using it in those places where you can charge your car, the electricity stations, that they can, model out the amount of electricity that is needed. In the front end, they use it to protect people from doing things that are dangerous, like lighting a cigarette while you're taking gas is something that they don't like. With AI and the existing infrastructure of cameras, they can detect that really, really soon, and then they can send out a message to make sure that people don't get hurt or that accidents don't happen. So it's cool to see how the oil industry is discovering the power of artificial intelligence. If you talk about the transformation of retail, one of my favorite examples is Walmart, one of the biggest retailers in the world, the biggest private employer in the world. In the US alone, they got 1.4 million people that work for them. Now they're starting to deploy robots in their stores, and the goal and the objective of these robots are diverse. They want to use them to scan the aisles to make sure that the robot can keep track of what is being sold and the kind of items that need to be repurchased. Next to that, those robots will actually help customers to find the products they want. And it's a combination. They want to use the robots to enhance customer experience, but they also want to use the robots to help their own employees. For instance, to make sure that they don't have products that get out of stock and those kind of things. And it's just one of the examples that Walmart is doing. Walmart is investing a lot in artificial intelligence. They're investing a lot in facilitating easier ways of e-commerce. One of the things that I really like is like the sort of drive-through system that they made to pick up your packages. So imagine that you buy something from Walmart. When you want to pick it up, you don't even have to get out of the car. You just drive by basically. You go through some sort of a drive-through. The employees of Walmart put the goods in your trunk and you can take off again. And it takes like 10 seconds. And Walmart is really, really good in leveraging the assets that they have, and they're really, really good in investing in the right kind of technology. I want to show you something. This is a bracelet that I received from my bank. I can just put it around my arm like this. And this is actually allowing me to pay in store. So I use this in several gas stations. I just put it around my arm. And if I buy a bottle of water and if I want to pay, I just hold this against the bankcontact bakje. And then I've paid. And this is just one of the new applications that we're seeing in the field of mobile paying. You got Payconic, you got Apple Pay that is coming. If you have Chinese customers, you have Alipay and WeChat. And the message is that the way that we pay today is probably gonna die in the next 5 years. And we're gonna have new, more easy, faster ways of payment. And I think a gas station is like the best place on the planet to do it. And just a small anecdote, when I got this from my bank, the first places where I used it was in gas stations. And I was really curious. I was like, how will they react to this? And I was like, okay, I'm gonna pay. And I was ready with my arm to pay like this. The employees never even noticed it, because by the time I was paying, they were already doing other things and they never even saw that I was doing that. So this is not about technology, but just a small tip for the employees in the store. Just make sure that they see it if cool things happen in their gas station. That would be really, really nice. So this was my special edition of Steven's Week, especially made for the team of BigBrother and for all of you in the retail and gas industry. I hope you enjoyed it. Just one last piece of advice. You know, the world is becoming digital. You're gonna need data, you're gonna need new interfaces. It's gonna be about seamlessness, and the best people to talk with to make that happen are without any doubt my friends at BigBrother. So I hope you're gonna have a wonderful day there. I hope you're gonna do fantastic business with the people of BigBrother, and I hope to see you again on one of the next events. Bye-bye.